What is up, guys? Dashing here for episode 412 of Community Universe Mode and edition number 108 of Friday Night Genesis. An absolutely stacked card, as always, live from Colorado Springs, Colorado. And guys, we have a very special guest with us on commentary tonight here, as recently CMV partnered the Click. If you peeled off a sticker and got the correct code, well, you got to be featured on an episode of Genesis, be on commentary with me, your boy Dashing, and we have the winner with us here. Mr. Melvin Yakitori, ladies and gentlemen, is on commentary here, so say hi to the good folks at CMV, Melvin.
Hi.
Yeah, guys, we're very excited to have Melvin. He is a long-time CMV fan, as he has been telling us, so we're definitely excited. He's excited to be on commentary here for this action-packed edition of Friday Night Genesis, as things are going to be getting underway with a colossal collision. Well over, got to be nearing, 5,000 pounds going to be in that ring, as Big Ham Joey Bacon going to take on the Alpha World Champion, the Russian Ogre, Guri Sukhanov. What do you make of this match, Melvin?
Man, it's it's exciting for sure. Got the Alpha World Champion, and I'm a big fan of Joey Bacon myself. I don't know who I'm rooting for, though.
Big fan of Joey Bacon's. How'd you feel when he and El Jefe failed to capture that tag team gold back at Exodus against Click?
Well, when it comes to Click, I prefer Click over anybody else, so...
Well, Click are in action here tonight on Genesis all throughout the card. We got Bob Luger taking on Marketel. We got Xander Slate in action against Matsuda Tanaka in the co-main event. Of course, the main event is what a hell of a matchup. I'm not going to say first time, because I feel like they fought back in Season 3 at some point, but certainly the first time in a while. Elijah Stewart, guys, takes on the international champion Chris Andrews. But here we go, the show getting underway as the 500-pound Big Ham Joey Bacon makes his way to the ring. And this is actually a rematch from last season, guys, where Guri Sukhanov put down Joey Bacon in, I think, under 2 minutes, if you can believe that. But Guri Sukhanov, of course, 2 weeks ago, captured that Alpha World Championship, won an 8-man battle royal, and then defeated Elijah in the same night to do so. Last week, he got a huge win over Chris Andrews in the main event. Now he kicks off the show. Guri Sukhanov, of course, is not set to defend his title at Validation next Sunday. He's set to defend it at CyberSlam against the winner of that Click versus Team Eli match. So far, Elijah Stewart has only chosen Pierre Thompson. He has 2 more spots to fill on his team. And with Validation quickly closing in, who's live? I'm live. I'm alive. I'm dead inside, but physically I'm alive. Guys, and here we have our first tweet of the evening from Adam Valentine. Says, I finally get to show you idiots that I deserve to be the Anarchy Champion and not that fraud Alistair. Indeed, Adam Valentine finally gets the one-on-one matchup he's been looking for against the Anarchy Champion tonight. Who you got for that match, Melvin? You an Adam Valentine guy, or how about Knox?
I'm a big Alistair Knox fan. He's dominant. It's hard to argue that he deserves to be Anarchy Champion. So
that definitely one of the longest reigning Anarchy Champions of all time. He hasn't broken Chris Andrews' record yet, but he did break Andrews' record of most championship defenses. And of course, at Validation next Sunday, it is champ versus champ. Alistair Knox, Chris Andrews, both titles on the line. Somebody's going to be walking out of that O2 arena with 2 championships. And speaking of championships, look at this man, the Russian Ogre, the new Alpha World Champion. Many people have been talking about how they don't see anybody, Bob Luger, Elijah Stewart, doesn't matter, taking that title off of Guri. What do you think, Melvin? You think Guri's going to be champion for a long time, or do you think Luger or Elijah are going to be able to take it away from him at CyberSlam?
What?
I said, do you think Guri is going to be Alpha World Champion for a long time, or that Luger or Elijah are going to take it away from him at CyberSlam?
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, any buffoon can say, since he's a big guy, that, you know, it's going to be hard to put him down. But he's been put down before. We've already seen Bob Luger and Elijah Stewart defy the odds before, you know, so they could always do it again.
That definitely is true. I mean, but you got to look at Guri's record. Nearly a year here in CMV. He's only been pinned or submitted 5 times in a one-on-one competition. And we've never seen Bob Luger and Guri go one-on-one. But if Elijah is to win that elimination tag match of validation, then it would be a rematch, obviously, for when Guri won the title 2 weeks ago. But right now, Guri is dismantling Bacon on the outside of the ring. And we're already at a count of 6-2. The Alpha World Champion might be looking for an easy win here tonight. Just get a quick count out over Big Ham, because look at this, the double axe handle again. He is absolutely tearing into Bacon. For some reason, referee old boy Perry White just stopped his count there for like a good 5 seconds. Now we're at 8. Guys, 9, and vintage Topher Claw on the way. 10, Guri Suckanov is victorious at the top of the show. Getting the count-out win over Joey Bacon. Guri once again beats Bacon in under 2 minutes. Vintage Topher Claw. The 10 count. Suckanov didn't want to play around tonight. Wanted to conserve his energy, I guess. The Alpha World Champion grabs himself a victory here by a count out over Bacon. And Big Ham looks furious on the outside of the ring. He's not happy that Guri took the cheap win there.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Hey, as Chris Andrews himself said, I think we even have a command in chat. I just don't know what the command is. It's a legit way to win.
I think it's just count out.
Oh, what's your opinion on the count out win there? What do you think?
I mean, it's legal, so I don't really find it dirty unless it's illegal.
But I think most people in the CM universe see it as a cheap way to grab a win, you know?
I'm not like most people. I've already drank 32 Clickets today.
You're a big fan? Well, we're about to see the purveyor. About to see the purveyor of Clicket in action. But first we have a tweet here targeted at you, Melvin, from Adam Valentine. Says, good to know that Melvin is another idiot who thinks that Adam Valentine doesn't deserve the Anarchy Championship, just like every other smart mark.
I'm glad he thinks I'm smart.
Just completely glossing over to the idiot part, huh? But here we go, guys. The action does indeed continue as Click's frontman Bob Luger is going to go head-to-head with the Big Red Machine, Mark Cattell. And, of course, last week, Mark Cattell came off that harsh loss against Borton. It was falls count anywhere. Borton beat Mark Cattell in under 2 minutes when he grabbed the metal back and hit Mark Cattell right in the back of the head with it. So I honestly have to give Mark Cattell props for even being here. Something like that could be a long time, injury, could really mess with you, but Mark Cattell right back at it. He actually tweeted earlier today that if Click doesn't die soon on its own, then he'll handle him. But after that performance against Borton last week, I'm not so sure. Gosh. Maybe he can bounce back here and prove himself against Bob Luger. The 2-time Alpha World Champion will lead his boys into battle next Sunday at Validation against Elijah Stewart and his team. Again, only so far Elijah Stewart has recruited Pierre Thompson, but we do know that next week on Genesis, the go-home edition, that Prime Vibe, Stewart and Thompson will challenge Slayton Borton for the titles in CMB's first ever Tornado Tag Team Ladder match. That's certainly going to be interesting to see. I'm hyped for that, but right now, Luger looks to cut down. Last week he had a fantastic match of the year worthy bout against Pierre Thompson. He was on the losing end of it, so he's hoping to snatch that win here against Mark does. We have a tweet now, guys, from Josh Wolf that says, Cass is clearly doing a poor job with Genesis right now. It looks like the place is slowly falling apart. Josh Wolf,
I disagree.
We'll get your opinion on that in a minute. But, of course, Josh Wolf was suspended for 2 months back at Exodus after losing Ray Furioso. They're going on another rampage backstage. But what's your opinion, Melvin, on what Josh just said?
I mean, from a super fan's perspective, I find it very interesting that there's a war brewing between Click and the Resistance. And I like that there's conflict of who the Resistance really is. Of course, there's the Constant, which is Elijah Stewart, but who else is smart enough? Well, not smart enough. Who else is willing to join the Resistance, knowing what the Click can do to their enemies? That's interesting from a fan's perspective. So I don't really think the place is falling apart because the ratings are sky high.
And it certainly, since the start of this season, not only has Click have remained, I think even Josh said this himself at one point, that Click have remained a brotherhood. They're tight, whereas in the quote-unquote Resistance, there's been turmoil. There was turmoil between Andrews and Tim LaFave. Of course, Tim LaFave taken out by Click, breaking his arm last month, and at each other's throats. Josh Wolf was going around attacking everybody, and it seems like the Resistance just can't get on the same page. And it's true, like Elijah Stewart's really the only one that's like, guys, we gotta work together to try to take Click down, But certainly Elijah seems to have a brooding ally here in Mark Cattell, who has his own vendetta against Click and looks to kick it up a notch right now as this matchup's getting underway. Bob Luger, Mark Cattell, toe-to-toe. Perry White rings that bell. And here we go. As we have a tweet from Gary Sukhanov, or rather Paul Heyman on the part of Gary Sukhanov, says, Josh, you may... What? Oh, he says, Josh, you then, my sir, are a critic. You are a critic of your own destruction by having it sidetracked the duties of the GM. Boo you, Wolf. Boo you. So Paul Heyman taking some shots there at Josh Wolf, of course, his client. And the Alpha World Champion Gary Sukhanov just kicked off the show with that count-out win over Joey Bacon. But even some bigger news this week, guys. It was earlier this week on Fusion that Paul Heyman returned his original client, guys. That blockbuster announcement by Johnny Sampson that Bison the Barbarian is returning to CMV and will be challenging Hayden for the Undisputed Championship at Validation. Just another huge matchup added to that already stacked Validation card. What do you think about that announcement that Bison's coming back? You think he's got a chance against Hayden? Melvin there?
I mean, there's definitely a size difference. I mean, if you want to be a fact junkie, and then you can just say, well, I mean, Hayden's tapped Bison out before. He's beaten him before. He can do it again. But, I mean, when you're in the ring, facts, the past doesn't really matter. It's all about the future and the present. So, I don't know. If Bison's as ready as Paul Heyman puts out, then he may just be the new champion.
Some good outlook, some good points there by Melvin. And right now, Bob Luger's setting Markto running for the hill, guys. Markto keeps exiting the ring and throwing a little bit of a fit because Luger's just taking it to him. But there we go, turned around a bit by the Big Red Machine. That fucking choke toss just throwing him clean across the gosh darn ring. As now Markto with the front headlock. Of course, the former Anarchy champion is a CMV veteran. I don't believe these two, again with the toss, I don't believe these two have ever fought before, though I might be wrong.
Yeah, I don't believe as well.
Fix my mic here. Oh, geez Louise. Markton now bringing Luger up to his seat. For the discus, you punch ya! Gonna put Luger on his ass. Markton now has certainly turned things around. He is dominating Bob Luger as now the work ethic Titan put into the corner. Markton gonna approach him, but Luger reels him in with that forearm to the back. Looks like a neck breaker. Or backbreaker, neckbreaker combination, rather, by the former two-time Alpha World Champion. Stomped down onto the face. Luger now drops to the canvas. A little bit of a gator roll here to the big man. When you're the smaller opponent, which Luger is here against Markto, always a great strategy to keep the fight on the canvas and just pick apart Markto, not allow him to use his weight, his strength advantage that he definitely has over the cardio maniac as Luger backs into the corner, slits his throat, maybe already calling for the end. I mean, to be fair, Markto's lasted longer than they did against Borton so far in this matchup. Short arm shoulder block and a chop down Bob Luger. Oh, a fucking Hell's Gate being applied by Mark Cattell here on Luger. Wow, look at the power of Luger, though, to get out of that. Oh, it looks like the damage might be done. He's clasping at his throat. He's clasping at his throat. He needs a quick sip of some Click It. get some more energy in him. A couple of elbows to the side of the head.
Killing me.
Big Mark gonna set himself free. Oh, look at Marketel go. Couple of butterfly suplexes. And I'm gonna guess finishes it off with the face buster indeed. Marketel showing us that he's more than just that brawling aptitude of his, but that's definitely his bread and butter, if you will. He is a hard hitter. Remember that fucking war he went through with Andrews at Exodus. What a match that was. Bam! Look at Luger, though. With that knee straight to the face. Drags him to the center of the ring and a rolling neck snap. Luger slowly but surely wearing Marketel down, and a lateral press now by the work ethic Titan only gets a 1 count. I'm sure that Bob Luger has his boys cheering him on backstage right now. Xander Slade, of course, is the Click still going to be in action later on tonight in our co-main event, taking on the unbeaten Matsuda Tanaka. Matsuda, of course, beat another Click guy in Reese Matthews a couple of weeks ago. Looks to do it again here tonight. Marketel seems to be trying to keep himself awake. The power bomb to Luger right there, nearly driving him through the goddamn mat. Now face to face they stand. Marketel going to put Luger in the corner. Got to turn him about slowly. And okay, I think he might have lost his comeback, which is good news for Luger. Oh, but this doesn't look great. Luger put up top. Marketel's got sinister intentions here. Tying up the... What the hell is he doing? Oh, holy shit. Pendulum backbreaker on the top of the apron there. Oh my God. Marketel hooks the leg with good reason. That could very easily do it. Oh, just a 1 count. Jesus. Marketel, hands on his hips. These two back and forth. Nobody's been discernibly in control. Luger now looks to maybe bring things to an end with a power bomb. A crucifix power bomb. But Marketel wiggles free. And now has his big meaty claw around Luger's throat. STO with some aggression behind and some oomph there. And now the big man double rebounding for a splash. Just about breaking every rib in Luger's body. Just another 1 count. Yeah, I don't know. 18 viewers when I ended the reality wrestling stream, but I guess they all didn't want to come back. They were just reality wrestling buffs, you know?
WDW guys.
All I need is Echo and Soul, you know, and Melvin here on commentary as Luger with the Coney Island Cyclone to take down the big man. Of course, that's a jab at Tim LaFave. But Mark used to pay homage to Timmy Boy when they were best friends, but not anymore. And I think Luger might have just attempted the Luger landing, but his reach came back to bite him. As now Marketel with a wicked-looking belly-to-belly. Now, Marketel underwent quite the transformation from last season to this season, but right now he's about to come face first with the canvas. Luger landing by the work ethic Titan, grabs that tree trunk of a leg.
It's over.
1, 2, 3, and Bob Luger is victorious over the Big Red Machine. After a hard-hit match, Melvin is certainly happy about it. But wait a minute.
That.
Marketel still
Alexa,
down.
stop listening.
Bob Luger. What the hell, Luger? No, Luger, come on! Attacking Marketel after the match has already ended. What the hell? Perry White back in the ring trying to keep Luger at bay. Psychs him out again. Stomp after stomp. I guess Luger sees Marketel as a potential ally for Elijah Stewart and taking him out before Stewart can get his hands. Yeah, that's true. Marketel put a target on Click's back. Said he was going to. Melvin is our guest on commentary here tonight, Echo. He won a contest with CMV to be featured on tonight's show. And it's given us actually some pretty good insight so far. As we next matchup, the Unknowns are about to make their CMV debut. The Henchmen of Pete Davis in action as they'll be taking on the Cleaners and Ethan Young and Samuel Cassidy. And what do you make of the Unknowns, Melvin? No outlook on these guys? The Unknowns, the henchmen of Pete Davis. They arrived in CMV back at Exodus, attacking Guri Suckanov. They attacked him a couple times. Now they're in action here, making their debut.
Not really excited for it. I mean, there's been guys like this show up all the time. You know, it's got to be something out that really, you know, draw in, you know, as a super fan.
So
I mean, otherwise, I'm just going to think of them as another Webb or another Rise.
So I take it you're pulling for the Cleaners here?
Yes, I am.
Well, we have a tweet here from Samuel Cassidy that says, shit up. Certainly ready to go. They placed the second in the Action Classic. Remember, it was Vintage. And they actually got a win over Vintage a couple of weeks ago, the last time they were in action. So they're most definitely looking to put down the Unknowns. They're not looking to put over that young talent.
They're going to clean the floor with them.
Come on, man.
Get it? Because they're the Cleaners.
Well, we'll see what they can get done. Our phones. We'll grab themselves a debut. Who was that? Somebody just came running past the announce table. We need to get better security
yeah, I'll be right back.
around
That
here.
was my dad.
Oh. Sorry about that, guys. I was fixing my mic right there. Getting ready for some tag team action here on Genesis number 108 as the Unknowns ominously make their way to the ring. We have a tweet here from their leader. Pete Davis says, after this mauling, I have a few words to speak on your fake Alpha World Champion, Guri Suckanov. So I guess we will be seeing Pete here tonight, but he's not coming out with the Unknowns.
Ooh, mysterious. You just want to know who's under that mask.
Why don't you go ask him, Melvin? Go tap one of them on the shoulder.
No, part of my contract tonight, I'm not allowed to interact with the superstars.
I see. Quick drink of water here. Oh, dude, that one Unknown's going crazy. He's going nuts. Jesus Christ, these guys, I don't really know what to make of them. All we've seen from them so far are like a pack of wild animals. They've attacked Guri Suckanov on multiple occasions. But like Pete said, we're going to be apparently hearing from him regarding Guri after this match is over. As it is these two Unknowns, I guess, in action, as the third one will be ringside. And here come Ethan Young and Samuel Cassidy, the Cleaners. Looking to keep building some momentum. Like I said, coming off that one over Vintage a couple of weeks ago. To nab a win here. They've got a strong case for being next in line for a shot at them World Tag Team titles. Of course, you know that next week Prime Vibe will be challenging Click and CMV's first ever Tornado Tag Team ladder match. All right, here we go. The action continues on Friday Night Genesis. Still a lot to get to. Matsuda Tanaka back in action, looks to remain unbeaten as he takes on his biggest challenge to date. No doubt in the OG Dirty Heel Xander Slate. Then in our main event, a huge matchup as Elijah Stewart takes on the Bloody Brit, Chris Andrews. But here we go, starting things off. Unknown one, I guess we'll call him, against Ethan Young as this match gets underway. Collar and elbow tie up middle of the ring. Ethan Young going to take advantage with a hold of the arm. But Unknown takes it right back. Ethan Young now switching behind the back and then to a side headlock. Wrestling aptitude on display here by Ethan Young. The start of this one. The Unknown going to push him into the ropes, though. Flings him off to rebound into a chest bump, of course. Vintage CMV, and now a wrist lock lariat, a wrist lock, Northern Light suplex, I should say. Now the Unknown, what the hell is he doing here? Wow, psychs out the stomp, and then just brushes his boot across Young's face. The disrespect there. Oh, guys, a tweet from Bob Luger says, "See, not a threat. Who's next? Hashtag click rules." Luger rubbing that win in Marketel into the CM Universe's face. Reverse DDT to counter there by Ethan Young. Now props the Unknown up in position. Looks like a leg crank being applied by Ethan. Now throws him back down onto the mat. Looks to go up to the top rope. This Ethan perched up high, and Ethan Young looks to fly. Phoenix splash attempted, but burning and crashing does Young there as Unknown moves out of the way. Certainly, seems like this Unknown that's currently in the ring is a bit more athletic. He's a bit smaller than the other two. That one on the apron looks to be a powerhouse. And there's the tag. Here he comes. Look at those 18-inch pythons, but runs right into a hold. Ethan Young taking him for a cheeky little walk down a snapmare. Kick to the back. Gonna send some pain shooting up and down that spine. This Ethan Bradbury? Yeah, see, Soul knows. And a tag. Here comes Samuel Cassidy, who immediately stomps his feet looking to mark his territory. You know, we have tissues right over there, Melvin, if you got a bit of a stuffy nose.
I'm fine.
Elbow drop attempted, but the Unknown moves out of the way. Jeez Louise. Now in a seated position. Samuel Cassidy on one knee. This Unknown having his way currently with one half the cleaners. What the fuck is this? Oh, Dragon Scooter! Not done either. Now snapping the leg to the side. Oh, that was nice. Hey, well, Dallas Steel's in action tonight. The unbeaten newcomer, the Genetic Perfection, gonna certainly have his biggest test to date, taking on Hall of Famer Dave Turner. But look at that, Samuel Cassidy taking out the Unknown on the apron. Just cleaning house right now as we get a shin breaker. Get it? Cleaning house. I have my own puns.
That's a good one.
Irish whip. Watch out, referee Perry. Of course, the chest bump as they meet. Irish whip by the Unknown. And another chest bump. And another Irish whip, this time into the corner. From behind, punch to the back of the head. Fuck. I just remembered I forgot something as well. Sorry about the expletive language there. As Samuel Cassidy just looks to bash this Unknown's face in off that top turnbuckle, but a drop toe hold puts the Unknown right back into control. Not for very long. A stomp attempted. Oh, back into the front headlock. European uppercut out of it. Gonna stagger Cassidy. Front headlock, reels him back in. Punch to the back of the head. Gonna take him for a little bit of a walk here. Thank God you're with me on commentary here tonight, actually, Melvin, because my phone is about to die. I won't be able to see chat. So we're gonna have to rely on you with this double Northern Lights suplex into the pin, too. That was great teamwork there by the Unknowns. Springboard moonsault. I guess I was right. My observation about this certain Unknown. Certainly. Oh, and look at this. Kicks out the back of the leg. This Unknown with his kicks to the chest that we've seen so many times in CMV. And now that final one right to the side of the head. We're going to prop Samuel up to finish the job, but Cassidy's still got enough left in him. Whoa! Out of the ring. He goes flying, eliminated from the Royal Rumble. Dallas Steel seems to be pretty confident about himself. Stomps on the leg. Oh, look at this. This is going to be nasty. Deadlift German suplex on the outside. Ethan Young's had enough of seeing his partner. Front headlock. Oh, this Unknown's in a bad part of town, as we like to say. Trying to fight off Ethan Young. Throws him right into the announce table. Just taking out both members of the cleaners here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Look at double knees to the midsection. And again, a second time. Oh, is this your dad again, Melvin? Going over to the announce table.
Yeah.
Unknown brings Cassidy back into the ring, but watch out for Ethan Young. Just beats the count. That was a close one, and now the Unknown lines up his shot. The Cleaner's going to be in big-time trouble. Kick to the midsection, and what is this? Brainbuster! Grabs a hold of the leg. 1. Oh, but not even a 2 count, as Ethan Young's able to make the save. Something seems familiar about this certain Unknown in the ring. I don't know. Never mind. And now this Unknown just circling like a blood. Like a blood in the water smelling shark. The other way around.
Is it Taquan?
Unknown. Oh! Is that a 630 senton right there? Holy, she's gonna do it again? Says, hey, that was fun the first. Yeah, he is. Hey, fun the first time around. Let me give it another go. Irish whip. Cassidy, no doubt hurt. He might have broken ribs. But still fights out of it. Reverse DDT, slapping the tit on the way down. Seated position, and now the neck crank going to work his Cass here. That third Unknown, luckily hasn't made any distractions or anything. Hasn't interfered in this matchup, but I certainly wouldn't take that away from him from doing so. Military press by Sam. Jeez, the power there. I didn't expect something like that. It's impressive. And now that nasty spine buster with some oomph behind it, boy. The Cleaners rallying. Seems like they got the support of the CMV Universe, surprisingly. But the Unknown snapping the arm over the shoulder. Having absolutely none of that. Kicks out the leg again for these kicks to the chest. One after the other, again and again. Like the 4th of July, that chest getting lit up. And that final boot. Bam! To the side of the head. Gonna turn those lights out. And this Unknown, what the hell's he doing? Oh, making sure there's no rope breaks as he hooks the leg and looks to finish. 1. But Ethan Young again makes the save. This Unknown's had enough of Ethan. Coming after him. Just throwing him out of the ring. Like a sack of dirty laundry. And now the Unknown, with the opening created, looks to bring this matchup to an end. Sam in big trouble if he can't muster a reversal. Brainbuster! A second time. No Ethan Young to help Cassidy this time. 1, 2. Wow, okay. A kick out by Cassidy, and that Unknown's a bit peeved. Tags in the other Unknown here. Rip 5% left on this. Oh, and a suck it! Jeez. The disrespect. Looks to go for a hook to the jaw, but a forearm smash instead. Gonna connect. Looks like a T-bone as he throws him overhead. Cassidy now drops the bow. I don't know if Ethan Young's back up on the canvas just yet. That fish drop connecting successfully. I don't know how well that's going to work for you, though. These Unknowns have those hard plastic masks protecting them, concealing their identities. Yeah, Ethan Young is back up on the canvas now, and it might be smart for Cassidy. If I were him, I'd go for the tag. Wow, horribly missed that elbow drop right there. That's the worst attempt at an elbow drop I've ever seen. Hey, he is tired. You can see his shoulder slumped, and I think he's going to try to make that tag. Yes, he is.
I think the sweat was dripping into his eyes.
Oh, yeah? Is that you caught that?
Yeah.
Ethan Young, now the legal man, tries to take advantage of the downed Unknown, but apparently playing possum, looks to make his own tag. And indeed he does. Ethan to his feet. Face to face, he stands with the masked man, but a front headlock to bring him in. European uppercut again staggers him. The Unknown shoots with a kick to the leg, and then the other one, and back to the other one, and then a wheel kick. Ethan Young, out of instinct, just begins to rise up to his feet, but the Unknown's having none of that. Kicks him right back down, making sure he stays where he is. Now brings him up to one knee, grabbing a hold of the arm. Where's this? Oh my God! Whoa! Look at the, wow, no! He might have just broke his, you see the way that motherfucker was bent? Ay, my arm hurts. That was nasty. Ethan, though, fighting through the pain with a, but I can spit it. That should be illegal, what that Unknown just did to Ethan right there, though. That was fucking brutal looking. And a teardrop suplex. The Unknown now with a back suplex. And then the kip up. Showing off that athleticism deep into this tag team collision here on Friday Night Genesis. Grabbing him by the ears. Tries to bring him to his feet, but a jawbreaker instead. And now Ethan maybe going for his patented DDT. But reverses the reversal. Northern Lights. With a beautiful bridge to boot, but no pinfall attempt. Look at Samuel Cassidy, guys, can barely keep himself up on the apron there. This could be up to Ethan, who looks to bring it home with the DDT. Not as impactful as usual. Oh, but the Unknown might be in big trouble. Irish Whip in the corners, and the Cleaners look to clean house. Tag to Cassidy. This deadly combination. Drop toe hold, Samuel Cassidy, double boot to the back. Now rebounds Ethan with the shin to the side of the head. Cassidy gonna look to take that pin home, baby. Ethan Young making sure that other, okay, just, wow, Ethan. He was like, actually, nah, I'm not gonna make the save, actually, never mind. Now Cassidy just looking at the down Unknown. This tag team matchup has been a war so far. You see Cassidy is tired. That stamina's running low. But he keeps fighting. Another spine buster. This Unknown is taking a whopping right now, ladies and gentlemen. And might be about to taste another clean house right here. Changing positions. Drop toe hold. Ethan with the double boot stomp. Now Cassidy with the knee to the side of the head. Let's see if Cass can do a better job than Ethan did of stopping the Unknown from making the save. 1, 2, 3, and the Cleaners are victorious over the Unknowns.
Told you.
Samuel Cassidy and Ethan Young put down the Unknowns with back-to-back clean houses right there. What a tag team matchup war between those four men.
It was a good match.
Good match indeed, but the Cleaners come out with the win right there.
You know what my favorite part was?
What was that?
The ending.
Was a pretty brutal ending. The Cleaners continue to pick up steam. 2 great wins for them now. And they certainly got those eyes on them World Tag Team titles. Quick water break. Be right back.
Yep. Click it break for me.
All right. Click it, Melvin.
Very good. My nose is bleeding, but it's very good.
Well, the action keeps on rolling here. By the way, my device has powered off. So, Melvin, I'm going to task you if there's any tweets from here on out. You're our man.
Okay.
You're our twit guy.
Quick.
One-on-one competition. The GOAT, Adam Valentine, guys, finally gets the one-on-one matchup he's been begging, yearning. Anarchy champion Eric Knox. Of course, it's a non-title match, not exactly what Adam Valentine wanted, but this is the GOAT's opportunity to prove that he deserves a crack at that Anarchy Championship. Of course, we know that at Validation next Sunday, it will be Alistair Knox and Chris Andrews for the first time ever, one-on-one, both titles on the line. Who's going to walk out of the O2 Arena in England as a double champion? We'll have to wait and see. right now, especially after that loss, the first loss of the season for Alistair Knox last week he took against the party boy, Lance Martini. He is certainly looking for a big W here tonight. Pad back up his momentum. Of course, his opponent, the Bloody Britt Andrews, is in action in our main event later on against Elijah Stewart. And there he is. Adam Valentine, just about as full of himself as anybody can be. With good reason. It's been a fantastic season for Adam Valentine so far. Defeating Pierre Thompson back at Exodus. Strong point for Valentine to get a crack at that Anarchy Championship. Of course, he's been butting heads with Lance Martini as well lately. Still to come also tonight, guys. Dallas Steele looks to remain unbeaten, his biggest challenge yet, as he takes on Hall of Famer Dave Turner. Then Xander Slate and Matsuda Tanaka one-on-one in what should be a great matchup. Matsuda looks to remain unbeaten, take down another Click member. Well, Xander looks for some momentum heading into that tag team title ladder match next week.
That'll be a great match.
It certainly will be, as Adam Valentine struts his stuff towards the ring here.
Text on the front of his shirt, not lip centered.
Does that peeve you?
Kind of does.
Want me to send a strongly worded message to Adam Valentine to fix his shirt?
If you will.
Adam Valentine should not be taken lightly, ladies and gentlemen. This kid has been christened as the future by, the likes of Ted Dickens. If Ted Dickens' opinion is worth anything to you. It's not to me, of course.
It means something to me.
Well, of course, you being a big Click fan.
I mean, Ted Dickens has nothing to do with Click. You commentate the show, you should know,
They just seem like two of the same kind, two evils.
Hold up now. Click's not evil. I mean, it's just
I'm sure.
A bunch of top guys
whatever you say,
having
Melvin.
fun together,
Because breaking Tim LaFave's arm, possibly costing him his career, that's not evil.
I mean, in their eyes,
Bob Luger just
deserved the top
viciously
shot.
attacking Marcantel after his match. That wasn't evil, I'm sure.
Marcantel said he was going to put him on hell.
Boy, you're
just defending themselves.
You're just like Ted Dickens. Anytime I try to say something about Schmitty, just throwing up all these barriers. Melvin, don't do this. I don't want to hate you. But here we go. Awaiting the arrival of who people are calling the greatest CMV Anarchy champion of all time, and with good reason. Captured that championship in the last Genesis of last season, and since then has been unstoppable. Like I said, just took his first loss of the season last week against Martini. He broke Chris Andrews' record for most defenses as champion. He's closing in on the British record for longest reigning champion, but Andrews has the opportunity to stop him himself at Validation and take his title from him. Either Alistair Knox or Chris Andrews will become the 5th ever double champion in CMV's history. Hayden was the first ever, then Troy Voodoo, and both members of Webb. Oh, guys, look at that! Lance Martini coming out of the smoke behind Knox here. Looks like the party boy is going to be paying back Adam Valentine's. Remember, last week Martini and Knox went one-on-one, and Valentine was skulking around ringside. And Valentine has an issue with Martini because the CMV Universe have been talking about how Lance deserves the Anarchy Championship matchup, and Adam, of course, strongly disagrees with that. This is what Valentine's been waiting for. This is his opportunity, but Knox, especially after losing last week, is going to be kicking into overdrive. He's already extraordinarily dangerous, going to be even more so here. Here we go, a non-title matchup. The GOAT Adam Valentine against the Anarchy champion Alistair Knox with Lance Martini, the party boy. Ringside, referee rings that bell, and here we go. Adam Valentine gonna get that big non-title victory. Or will Alistair Knox bounce back, get a win for himself, some momentum built towards validation next Sunday. Tries to go for a, I'm not sure, maybe a pile driver, a pedigree or something there, but Alistair Knox able to counter at the last second to save himself. Then a clothesline, gonna chop old boy down, brought up to his feet now, face to face. Knox, speaking of face, Knox gonna slap himself before pulling off that swinging fisherman suplex. Knox is an interesting sort. There's no doubt about that. Alistair Knox certainly has Adam Valentine in his sights. Oof! What a close line that was. Now up to the second turnbuckle, the Anarchy champion waiting for Valentine to get up onto his feet. Oh, for a DDT. Shades of Josh Wolf there with that one. DDT. Boom! Nice reverse DDT off of that. I always thought that was an interesting setup. Like, why not just punch your opponent in the face and turn him around? Why you got to scoop slam him? I don't know. You know, wrestlers, you know what I mean, guys? They like to do their own thing, I guess. Well, look at this right now. Adam Valentine getting his face rearranged 11 times, planted on that top turnbuckle. Irish whip, arm drag by the GOAT. Now gets a knee to the gut as the champion closes it on him. Fireman's carry going to take him overhead, back and forth they go, tit for tat. Lance Martini seems content to just watch ringside, hoping to get into the head of Valentine here. You know, after Lance's victory over Alistair Knox last week, he's sitting pretty. #1 contendership for whoever comes out, you know, between Knox and Andrews at Validation next Sunday. So we'd love to make sure that Valentine doesn't get a win here to try to dispute that. What the fuck is Valentine doing? Oh! Whew! Mama! That cross-arm neck breaker out of the shoulder. That was disgusting. Okay, Valentine. Yeah, that was just a terrible attempt right there. Hook to the jaw, gonna send Knox falling down to the outside of the ring.
I disagree. I mean, I feel like he was trying to elbow drop his knee, which would really do a lot of damage, but he missed because he brought his knee, you know, pulled his knee out at the last minute. Gotta pay attention to these things. I do.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I think there was just a miscalculated attempt there by Adam Valentine, but right now he's making up for it with these chops and slaps. Jesus. And a count of 4, you know, as Chris Andrews would say, it's a legit way to win. And as we reach the count of 5, Adam Valentine might look to take that dirty heel victory here. 6 now by Perry White. We are reaching dangerous territory with 7 guys. Look at Knox not playing around. He's like, I ain't letting you beat me via count out. Not going to try that ish. Adam Valentine forced to follow him back into the squared circle, only to get a back suplex. Just tossing him. Now Adam face to face with the champion. Gonna go for that old school pile driver. Right down the top of his head, and Valentine wastes absolutely no time. No beating around the bush. Oh shit, Valentine. Oh, that reach advantage. There we go. No, counter the second attempt. Oh, I think Knox might have just shot for the censorship though. That deep guillotine choke that only very few have ever escaped from, and one of them is ringside and Lance Martini. Both men failing to get off their finishing maneuvers, trying to end this matchup. Now Valentine looks to slow things down with a reverse chin lock. Neither of these men very athletic or very agile. Alistair Knox, a submission expert. Adam Valentine, a hard hitter. Couple of sharp elbows to the midsection there, as now Valentine's put out onto the apron. Oh, what a shoulder thrust, gonna send him plummeting down to the outside. Alistair like, get the hell out of my ring, you ain't worthy. Now Knox on the apron. Oh, what I thought Alistair was about to go for a moonsault to the outside. I was gonna say, oh, that's unlike the Anarchy champion. Brings him up to his feet now. Up on the shoulders, and there's no way this is going to end good for Adam Valentine. Snake eyes on the apron, where all the hardest parts of the ring converge. That's just pure metal there. Adam Valentine, though, able to snap himself back to reality. Throwing Knox into the ring, but an elbow to the side of the head, gonna ring his dinner bell. And now Knox unleashes with this brutal combination. Bam! Knee clips him and busts him wide open, but Valentine still not quitting. Comes to for a punch to the gut with blood pouring down his face. He attempts a finishing maneuver, maybe going over that flapjack, but no! Knox! He brings him down, it's gonna be over! Censorship cinched in! Can Valentine escape, or will he be forced to submit? Oh, wow, that was a rope break called by Perry White. Valentine getting the blessings of the gods right there with that ring position, and wrong time to talk, though. Jeez Louise, Valentine, come on. It was looking like he was going to tap out there, guys, but Valentine's boot apparently was hitting the bottom rope. Perry White had to call it. As the party boy, Lance Martini, continues to just watch on. Knox with a lifting reverse DDT, gonna drill Valentine back down into the mat. Valentine keeps trying to get to his feet, make it over to the corner, maybe use the ropes to get back up, but Knox just not allowing it any way, anyhow. And now Knox with a figure four head scissors cinched in. That just makes it incredibly hard to breathe. And look at that to boot. Just manhandling Valentine like he's a rag doll, playing games with him. Oh, but Valentine's had enough punching the thighs, forcing the break. Now Valentine with an Irish whip. This has been a very even matchup. Valentine nearly got the life choked out of him a couple of seconds ago. But now he's looking to fire back with maybe an implant bust. Oh, butterfly pile driver. Adam loves his pile drivers. And now Out of Instinct flops into the pin with a lateral press, hoping, praying that that might be enough, but just a 2 count over the Anarchy champion. Valentine with his hands on his waist, now starting to think, what the hell do I got to do to put this guy down? Slits his throat. Apparently he has a game plan. Closing back in, but that time he wasted taunting. Gonna give Knox the chance to battle back, but Valentine with another old school pile driver. The Anarchy champion getting the hurt and put on him for certain. Look at even making Martini cringe ringside. It's gonna by Knox, though, showing us that he's not done yet. Counter after counter, tit for tat. Later this matchup, a reversal fest beginning to ensue. Now a back suplex by Valentine. Adam, he got this countered earlier in the matchup, with the second time be the charm. The GOAT closing in on a huge win with the slapjack. Grabs the leg. 1, 2. Oh, but just a 2 count. Valentine is pissed. He can't believe it. Rebounds off the ropes, trying to stay in the driver's seat with a headbutt to the shoulder right there. Interesting offense by Valentine here. And look at this. Valentine's emotions boiling over, the aggression showing as he just resorts to choking Alistair Knox. Michinoku driver vintage match ender here in CMV, but Valentine doesn't even grab the leg for the pin. Knox is getting whooped right now, man. He's got to make a reversal. Valentine with a double leg drop right there. Turns to the crowd, lets out a roar. The GOAT feeling good about himself right now, and with good reason. As for a 3rd time in this match, pile driver to the Anarchy champion. Alistair trying as he might to keep his head above water, having a tough go of it right now. But look at that, still something left within the champion. Battles back, hook to the jaw, but Valentine's there to meet him with a couple of elbows to the side of the head. Now from behind, a second time, Valentine with the slapjack, busting Knox wide open. Lance does not like it, but a rope break for Knox. Valentine got one of his own earlier in the matchup. Now Knox blessed with one. Goes for a scoop slam, but Valentine hops up behind him, reverse DDT. Ooh, a nasty looking one too. Valentine's shoulders slumped. Both men absolutely tired. Both men busted open and bleeding. Valentine now with a curb stomp. As Knox just turns around to look up at the lights. Might be in La La Land at this point, ladies and gentlemen. What a hell, surprise blowjob, headbutt to the nether region. When the sun don't shine, and Valentine once again, arms out wide. Takes some time to bask in his own glory. There we go. That's some karma right there. As now it's Aleister mocking Adam Valentine. Brings him up to his feet. Looks like a double axe handle. Another double axe handle. Ducks the clothesline. Rebounds off the ropes. Oh, a nice lariat. Valentine looking for refuge in the corner out of instinct here. Still fighting though. The GOAT not done. Boot to the side of Knox's head. Kicks in the midsection over the champion. Jawbreaker creates some distance. Back and forth they go. Who's going to get that big counter right there? Might be Knox. With the knee to the chest. Now Aleister reels him in with a front headlock. Another knee to the chest. Aleister, I believe, I tried to pull the trigger right there. Valentine, though, deflected it. Now a face plant. And Adam is bleeding bad like a stuffed pig. His face just absolutely drenched in blood. But Valentine with a fourth pile driver. Holy shit. Knox's head.
You get dropped on your head so many times.
His head's got to be throbbing. It might be cracked, but still not giving in. Knox with a latch disc clothesline. You can see he's finding it hard to breathe. Takes a moment. Takes a deep breath. Now props Valentine up into a seated position here. On one knee. Valentine just at the mercy of the Anarchy champion, or maybe not. Punch to the gut, tries to fight back, but a front headlock, another knee to the chest. Knox with a snapmare. What a match this has been. Adam Valentine certainly proven that he can hang with the Anarchy champion, but the question is, can he defeat Aleister here? A lot of close calls once again to this figure four head, so there's just taking Adam Valentine any way that he damn well pleases. Just flinging him every which way. Jesus. Now gonna let go, showing a bit of mercy. Aleister into the corner. A roar echoes throughout the arena. As now he sets his sights back on Valentine. Lines up his shot. And there it is. Once more takes him down to the canvas. No rope break to save Valentine this time. Censorship cinched in. And the GOAT is forced to tap out like so many others. And Knox is victorious.
Not feeling the best now, huh?
Ooh, excuse me for a moment. I do scratch the old itch on the nose, you know.
Yes.
Aleister Knox certainly getting himself a nice win here, but can't take anything away from Valentine. What a match that was. What a showing by the GOAT. Shit, he might have had that one right here, if not for that rope break. But the censorship properly locked in by Aleister Knox means the end for the GOAT. And Lance Martini just clapping ringside because he knows that he now has the strongest case to be next in line for a shot at that Anarchy title.
Good match.
A good match indeed. Melvin, what do you make of this next contest? As we see the newcomer in the genetic perfection, as he calls himself, Dallas Steele, with the biggest test of his career, taking on a CMV Hall of Famer and Dave Turner.
Genetic. Well, what was it again?
Genetic perfection.
More like steroid injection. Look at this guy.
Oh, man.
That's not natural.
Some shots being thrown out by Melvin here. I don't know if you want to get at the bad side of Dallas Steele. Look at him. I don't know if you want to get on Dallas's bad side, Melvin. Look at that guy. Whether steroids or not. I'm not accusing him. This kid has
I
been
could probably
extremely
whoop him
impressive.
when his arms go flabby.
So far, he has definitely been impressive in his CMV career. He actually started something a couple of weeks back with Eric Skarsgård, attacking him after his debut matchup, and then calling out Skarsgård for a matchup. But tonight, Dallas looks to remain unbeaten and get a colossal victory. Of course, Dave Turner with his own issues. Last week, it was after John Reed had been defeated by Twisted. Remember, after the matchup, they shared a handshake, but that was just a ploy, as Reed would then take the young blood over his shoulders, hit him with the fall, and then just display of savagery, man. Reed laid in to Twisted, busted him open, pounced on him, mounted him hook after hook, then grabbed a steel chair. Dave Turner would come rushing to the ring to try to keep Reed at bay. He said, I can help you, John. You don't have to do this. Just put the chair down. Let the medics take out Twisted and we can talk. Just me and you. And after some hesitation, Reed would allow the medical crew to take out Twisted, but it was for naught, as Reed would then just continue his beatdown on Turner, busting him open, beating the hell out of him. I'm honestly surprised that Turner's even here tonight and in action. The former general manager of Friday Night Genesis, taking on this man, the genetic perfection he calls himself, jacked at the goddamn roof, and has not been able to be stopped yet by any superstar that has crossed paths. I'm about to have a fucking seizure with these lights. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, same. I have epilepsy. This wasn't in the contract.
You might want to cover your eyes. Just drink some Click It and you'll be okay. That helps battle against seizures, I heard. Or causes them, one of those. Yeah. I don't know which.
I mean, it makes me go blind a little bit. It might work. I won't be seeing the flashing lights.
This is actually legitimately hurting my eyes, these fucking lights. Holy shit. Dallas Steele wanting to blind everybody apparently in attendance tonight. Dallas Steele looking ready to go as here he comes. Look at Dallas taunting him to bring it on. The CMV Hall of Famer. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Turner returning to action here. Battling through the pain from Reed's attack on him last week. Looking to put over some young talent or get out that old golden shovel. We're about to find out. One of the most decorated superstars in CMV's history. Of course, returned to action at the top of the season. Put down his job as the general manager of Genesis in order to do so. Said that after that match he had with Bryce Hurt together last season, it just awoke something deep down inside of him. He's thinking about the ring, thinking about returning. Yeah, great match it was. And it sparked that fire within Turner again to do what he loves most, and that's wrestle. And so here we go, Dallas Steele, big test for the newcomer against Dave Turner as Perry White rings that bell, and Steele rushes Turner only to get floored with a clothesline. You don't try something like that against one of the greatest of all time in a CMV ring, or maybe you do, because Dallas Steele takes control quickly with that dragon suplex, that tiger suplex, I should say. I don't want to trigger Gumble. Sit out power bomb off the deadlift into the pin too. Dallas was going to end things early, but not even a 1 count. Don't want to trigger Gumble.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And now looks like a fisherman suplex and a slow Turner overhead. Technical prodigy clutching at that lower back of his. Dallas Steele. Like a bear smelling. Oh! Steele! With a vertical suplex popped up into his sit-out powerbomb. Doesn't get much more impressive than that. And now Steele just manhandling Turner with another powerbomb. I think Turner might have caught the back of his head off that turnbuckle too on the way down. Steele with an Irish whip. Already, guys. Looking to call for the end of this matchup. Modified suplex right into the corner. Turner catching those turnbuckles. Lets out a loud yell. It is Dallas Steele. Almost like out trying to alpha male Dave Turner here. But that time that Dallas Steel wasted, Turner's going to try to use against him. So that nice power slam there now grabs a hold of Steel's arm. Just slowed things down. Dallas Steel like a fucking bull right out of the pen. He just went right at Dave Turner. But Dave's been through some of the greatest wars that CMV's ever seen. He knows how to weather the storm and come back to get that big W. That's what he did against John Reed at Exodus, but right here, oh. Dallas Steel just psyching everybody out. Thought he was going to go for a count. Going to do it again. Just playing with Turner here, which is a mistake if you ask me, but hey, looks like it's going to work. As the genetic perfection with the genetic downfall. And Turner seems to be out cold. 1, 2. No! Of course, Dave not going to go down so easy. Dallas Steel seems to be a bit bamboozled about that. Maybe he didn't do his homework, which he should have against such an opponent as Dave early on in Dallas's career. And Castle Fave has given this young blood a massive opportunity to prove himself. This doesn't look well. Oh, snake eyes. Dave Turner becoming well acquainted with that top turnbuckle right there. Dallas Steel not taking his foot off the gas. Fireman's Carry going to throw him overhead, though. Dave Turner doesn't know the meaning of the word quit with that snapmare. Then sucking himself up, saying, come on, let's get it. Perhaps taking out some aggressions towards John Reed here on Dallas Steel. That's all that Dave Turner's been trying to do. There ain't no party. Look at uppercut party. Goes an uppercut party. Don't stop. Turner looks to rally the CM Universe. Irish whip to the corner. Another uppercut. Up back to the opposite side. Another one. Now Davey Boy rebounds off the ropes for a beautiful drop kick. And right to the chest. Going to take down the genetic perfection. As Dave goes to the corner. Pandering to the universe, to his fans here. His undying fans. Dallas Steel looks to be a bit out of it. Dave looking to capitalize. There's the back suplex. There's the German. Now Dallas going to be spun around so that Dave can bring it all together with the vertical. Turner riding high. Has the newcomer in a spot of trouble. Dave with laser focus as Dallas wobbles to his feet. Dave throwing him overhead for the Psycho Driver. Flips him over, hooks that fucking block of a leg. 1, 2, but only a 2 count. And now it's Dave, who's a bit beside himself. Not believing that wasn't enough to put down Dallas Steel. Goes to the second turnbuckle, taking a risk with that elbow drop attempt, and now Dallas. Oh, wow. Gonna give Dave a taste of his own medicine. The back suplex. The German showing Turner how it's done. Into the vertical. Dave Turner completely out of it now. As Dallas just gonna stomp that bicep. Oof. Spaghetti legs, but Turner still not done. Shoots for a scoop slam maybe or something, but Dallas, nope. Rejects it. Instead gonna bring Turner face down into the mat. Also nearly snapping that arm off. Oh, again! Jesus Christ, Dallas. All right, man, we get it. Back suplex, German. The vertical all a second time. Dallas is just unloading on the Hall of Famer right now. And is done playing with his food as Steel looks to seal the deal with a second genetic downfall. Whoa, what is he doing with him? Turns towards the hard camera, wants to make sure the whole world sees it clear. Hooks that leg. 1, 2, 3, and Dallas Steel puts down the Hall of Famer for a colossal victory. Dave Turner didn't make it easy for Steele, but in the end, the genetic perfection remains unbeaten and scores a phenomenal win for himself in the process. Man, towards the end there, he just went fucking 8 mode. He went in. Look at him turning towards the hard camera to make sure that everybody got a good, clear look. This
like
kid.
50, and this kid's on performance enhancement drugs, so.
Oh, these are just accusations. Dow still could have worked hard for those muscles, you know?
You can see it coming from a mile away.
Dallas Steele telling everybody to bow. Genesis is his. What a beast of a man. Holy shit.
I didn't know he was in the party.
There's a party where?
Nice
Another
one.
quick
There's a party
water
here on
break.
Genesis. I'm Mel. I won a contest.
All right, now, Melvin, I'm sure you're hyped about this one. Co-main event, Xander Slate, one-on-one with Matsuda Tanaka. What do you make of this
Should be the
matchup?
main event, to be honest. I mean, you got one of the most hyped superstars in CMV history, known all around the globe. And then you have a CMV veteran, former Undisputed Champion, Click member. These two guys, it's going to be one hell of a bout.
Definitely has the makings to be a great match, but don't forget Xander, also currently one half of the World Tag Team Champions. I mean, it was announced earlier this week that on Genesis, those tag team titles will be defended, he and Borton, against Prime Vibe, Elijah Stewart, and Pierre Thompson. The CM Universe voting for it to be a Tornado Tag ladder match, the first ever CMV's history. So Slate most definitely wants to get himself this win, but Matsuda Tanaka is currently unbeaten. And a couple of weeks ago, Matsuda took out Xander Slate's Click brother and Reese Matthews, the RJPW television champion, the ultimate Dragon Slayer, is not looking to lay down for the OG Dirty Heel here. We still got our main event to come, guys. That huge matchup between Elijah Stewart and Chris Andrews. 2 blockbuster matches back to back. As Xander Slate giving the CM Universe the privilege of seeing him.
Indeed he is.
I guess Borton just got the night off after beating Marketel last week. Usually you'd see him out here supporting his boy. Bob Luger earlier tonight. Luger earlier tonight got himself a nice win over Marketel. Let's see if Xander can round out the night for Click with another big win.
I like his tattoo.
Is there anything you don't like about Click, Melvin? Any downsides you see to him?
Reese Matthews doesn't really seem very enthusiastic about being Click. It's almost like he's not even in it.
I see. You're not a big Reese Matthews fan?
No, I did not say that. Don't assume things. You're supposed to be a commentator. You know, you're supposed to kind of take opinions and
no, but I don't think you're ever going to be invited back here to Genesis.
Without facts.
It's just an early assessment by me.
I mean, what if I win another contest?
I think you'd maybe have to go over and maybe have a night on Max or something. And here we go. Xander Slate in the ring awaiting the arrival. I mean, this entrance just purely designed. Just purely designed to try to get into his opponent's head. It's worked so far for him. but also just an incredible in-ring competitor, as Matsuda Tanaka, really the total package, is the ultimate Dragon Slayer.
He's not really the total package. I mean, because he's not a very good promoer, but he's almost a total package. He's got everything else down.
Well, of course, he doesn't speak that fluent of English, coming from Japan, a part of RJPW, perhaps one of the greatest RJPW champions of all time, and the current television champion. And as Melvin here said himself, known worldwide. Matsuda Tanaka thus far has not been able to be stopped. Will that change tonight? Will Xander Slate hand him his first L? Will Tanaka take out another Click member?
Another Click member? What?
No, Matsuda defeated Reese Matthews a couple of weeks ago.
I don't like. He's good anywhere else, but he's coming into CMV trying to be a big dog without actually, rising up the ranks first like everybody else. Like, he came in with all this hype, and everybody was already assuming that he's the best and stuff like that. But we already have guys in CMV, top guys in CMV that we claim to be the best. Like, we don't need another added to that list unless he can deserve it in CMV, not outside of CMV,
So you don't appreciate the hype around Matsuda Tanaka. You don't think he really deserves it. He's got to prove himself.
To quote Bob Luger's tweet earlier tonight, Xander Slate's going to knock him off that hype train.
Well, we're about to find out just moments away from this matchup starting. What kind of talk?
Oh.
Did you slip some of that? Did you slip some of that into my water?
Yeah. I mean, everybody should have.
God damn it.
It's good for you. I gave it to my grandma and she lost 500 pounds.
500 pounds? Jeez. Look at all the I mean, you say that you don't appreciate the hype, but look at the fans, look at the crowd. Just by that shot of them behind Matsuda, all in one fluid motion behind Matsuda. He has the support of the crowd here, and most definitely, at least tonight, against Xander Slate. But here we go. This has the makings to be a great matchup as Perwet rings that bell.
It's like He-Man stepping into Star Wars. I just don't think he really belongs in CMV.
Well, Matsuda Tanaka steadily trying to prove the doubters. Oh my God! Holy fucking shit! Xander just got murdered there. I don't know how he's standing. The match should have been called. Holy fuck! That drop toe just absolutely obliterated him. I was gonna say, Matsuda Tanaka steadily trying to prove the doubters like you wrong week in and a week out. So far, unbeaten, putting on some stellar matchups. But right now, Xander, the aggression, of course, we come to know from him. Those kicks to the chest and a nasty forearm smash, precision behind it. Just cracking him right on the jaw. Now Xander gonna mount Matsuda. Look at this, just raining down the right hands. Oh, those are getting clean through, too. Those two shots right there connected swiftly, bam, right on target. Now Xander looks to bring Matsuda up to his feet, but Tanaka doesn't need any help. Oh, Xander pointing at Matsuda saying, "You, brother." Spinning him around and clocking him with a double axe handle. Now face to face. Slate with Samoan drop set up here. Yes, indeed. The Show, the season 1 veteran, and indeed a former world champion, United States champion, and currently one half of the World Tag Team Champions. I'm sure Randy Orton, even though he's not in the corner of his partner here, alongside Bob Luger and the rest of Click, all watching, supporting their boy. Xander's currently down on one knee. That stiff kick to the chest. That's what Xander's got to watch out the most for in this matchup, is those strikes by Matsuda Tanaka. They are deadly, especially that Kinshasa knee strike that he's finished all of his matches off with thus far. And there's a sweet defeat. Xander getting lost in the woods right there. On spaghetti legs, Matsuda Tanaka having his way with Slate currently for a final cut. Slate grabbing at his lower back. That's never a great sign. A back injury could be a career ender. And Matsuda on the apron right now, looking to fly through the air with a springboard blockbuster. Executed to perfection as if it came right out of the textbook. Now Matsuda to the corner, bringing his hands together, pointing at Slate, lining up his target. Super kick. The boot right down the gullet of the OG Dirty Heel, and Matsuda wastes no time. That knee jerking, Kinshasa. Oh, Slate counters the Kinshasa, sidestepping, wanting absolutely nothing to do with that knee. Even though he was able to reverse, not able to capitalize. Matsuda right back into control with that snake eyes now, and the pin with just a 1 count for the RJPW television champion. Goes for a kick to the back, but Slate moves out of the way. Coming up from behind, forearm smash right to the chest. Matsuda replies with a snapmare, and now grabbing a hold of Slate's arm. A resting hold. Matsuda looks to catch his breath while making sure that he maintains control here over Slate. Damn, just slamming Xander's arm into the mat right there. Now dragging him into the position that he would like him to be in. Cool kick to that back. Obviously, Matsuda saw Xander favoring that lower back earlier and has made a target of it. Up to the top rope with a moon stomp. Yay. The precision to pull off something like that and the hurt. Just Xander's midsection got to be feeling all kinds of ways right now. Oh! Woo! Xander with the psych out. Catapulted Matsuda in the air, but not catching him on the way down. Oh, is he going to do it again? See, this is a classic example of playing with your food, and Xander's making a huge mistake if you ask me, especially against someone like Matsuda Tanaka. There we go, a swift German suplex. Going to turn things right back around into his favor as for a second time out of the corner. Super kick, but Xander saw it coming that time. Had it well scouted, ducked it, but does not duck that clothesline. Right on the button, 1, but just a 1 count for Slate. Able to get his shoulders up off the canvas. Able to stay alive. Spinning soul kick by Matsuda, but Xander goes right back with a kick to the gut. Dual reverse DDT by Ultimate. That knee jerking again. Lined up. Kinshasa! 1, 2, 3, and Xander Slate just like that falls victim to the Dragon Slayer. Woo-hoo-hoo. Unbeaten remains Matsuda Tanaka, getting his biggest win yet, taking out Xander Slate with that knee to the face. Xander was able to counter it the first time, but well, second time, not so much.
Well, damn. I guess the hype's real.
Nah, yeah. Maybe becoming a little bit of a fan there, Melvin. Maybe changing your mind a little bit after that. There's what did it right there. That nasty ass Kinshasa knee strike. Matsuda Tanaka, ladies and gentlemen, remains unbeaten.
Hardline, how are you bored? This is a good show.
right, Melvin, how about this main event to cap off Friday Night Genesis number 108? Elijah Stewart and the Bloody Brick Chris Andrews one-on-one. What do you mean?
I am a fan of both, so as a fan, this is a treat.
It is, and we're getting it because of the CMV universe. A poll on the website last week asked who the fans would like to see take on Elijah Stewart in his return match since losing the title, and Britt won by a landslide. And this is another example, really, of the turmoil within Resistance, because obviously the Andrews would be an ally of Elijah Stewart's, and they have been this season. Andrews has lent his hand a couple of times to Elijah to fight against Click, but now they're forced to go one-on-one, and they both have huge matches coming their way next Sunday at Validation. They cannot afford a loss. And both of them obviously coming off of recent losses too. Elijah Stewart's got that elimination tag match where not only is a championship opportunity on the line, but if Click are to win, if Team Click wins, he'll have to join the thing that he hates most in life and Click. And of course, Chris Andrews is putting his international title on the line against Alistair Knox. It's going to be championship for championship in the O2 Arena. Elijah Stewart, two-time Alpha World Champion, the only man to do it alongside Bob Luger, but his second reign didn't last very long, only 6 days, as Gary Suckanov 2 weeks ago would win that Battle Royal, and it was a great matchup. If you did not see Gary Suckanov Elijah Stewart for the title, a fantastic matchup, and I would suggest going back and watching it, but Elijah Stewart, the Good Vibes Kid, did indeed fall short, and the Russian Ogre is our new Alpha World Champion. But if Elijah Stewart can assemble a team good enough to get over Click, then Elijah will have the chance to become a 3-time Alpha World Champion and get back at Guri come CyberSlam, Genesis's next exclusive pay-per-view after Validation. So far, Elijah Stewart has only announced Pierre Thompson as his on his team, so he's got 2 more spots to fill, and they're certainly not a it's not like it's too hard to find guys who aren't fans of Click. What?
Oh, we got a tweet from Josh Wolf. And the tweet reads, "Lord, Xander got destroyed. I wonder who's going to be next." However, he put a period after next instead of a question mark, so I'm not sure if that was a question or a statement.
Well, here comes the CMV International Champion, the Bloody Britt, who's in the same boat as Elijah, because last week, Andrews took a loss to Gary Suckanov in the main event, too. Only one of them can walk out with the win here, though, into Validation with some much-needed momentum. And we know that Elijah Stewart next week on Genesis is going to be paired up with Pierre Thompson, guys. Prime Vibe. They're going to be challenging Xander Slate and Randy Borton for those World Tag Team titles in a ladder match. CMV's first ever tag team ladder match. And Elijah, probably one of the most decorated superstars in ladder matches in CMV's history, so that definitely does favor him. And a tweet by Elijah actually reminded the CMV universe that he's unbeaten in tornado tag matches as well. He's a former tag team champion, you gotta remember, as is Chris Andrews here. And speaking of ladder matches, Britt won that international title at the top of the season in an 8-man ladder match at Death Wish, but of course Britt's not going to be in that tag team title match next week, as this match gets running away and Andrews takes the advantage, just pouncing on Elijah. No room for friendship, especially with the spot that these two are currently in. Alistair Knox got that win earlier tonight over Adam Valentine, so Chris Andrews wants to match that. Elijah Stewart hoping he can bounce back after his championship loss. Pick up a little bit of steam for he and Pierre Thompson. Oh, a nice hip toss there by the Good Vibes Kid into a pin attempt super early on. Yeah, not even a 1 count. Didn't expect anything less. Overhand punch gonna catch Chris Andrews as the Brit gets an Irish whip, rebounds, and Elijah. Oh no, Brit! With that little spinning power slam. I thought Elijah was going for like a tilt-a-whirl head scissors or something. Maybe he was, but Andrews stopping him dead in his tracks, no doubt about it. Pull like attack now into a headbutt. Look at him crack open that noggin. The international champion now pouncing on top of Elijah. Look at this, Elijah with some good, was for a moment was showcasing some good defense, some good blocking. Andrews got a nice couple of shots through, though, that no doubt gonna hurt Elijah Stewart, who's trying to fire back right now. Hook to the jaw from behind, punch to the back of the head, pump handle set up for a Uranagi. It's a unique offense there by the Good Vibes Kid. The two-time Alpha World Champion now goes to the second turnbuckle for a Phoenix Splash. That athleticism, that agility, that high-risk offense that the fans have come to know and love from Elijah Stewart. Sometimes, and a lot of times, it has cost him, but when it works, it works. Elijah Stewart is willing to take that risk. He's willing to put caution to the wind to win a matchup and to put on an amazing match. You know, first and foremost for the CMV universe. Elijah Stewart, though, just getting flung off those ropes. Chris Andrews using the ring as a weapon. Like, that was a bitch slap right there by the Bret. Jeez, right across the face. Oh, now Andrews with the short arm clotheslines. Just dilly-dallying, having his way with Stewart.
I like Andrews because, you know, he's the closest thing in CMV that we got to an action hero, you know, like an action, like one of the action stars you'll see on a movie. Like, he's the Bruce Willis of CMV.
That's an
goes
interesting
in there,
comparison that I never heard before.
He's like the badass hero that does what he wants. You know, I mean, he could even do something wrong, like give some kid a wedgie, and we'll like it.
Throw Mac Thompson in a dumpster, you know, time and time again. Nobody bats an eye. That's just Chris Andrews.
No, that was
for
actually
you.
bully. That was actually
well, Andrews never claimed to be a good guy. Chris Andrews is who he is. He doesn't care if people like him or hate him. And I think Elijah might have tried for Good Vibes right there with a Brit doing a nice job of countering. Now an Irish whip. Elijah going to rebound. Not too sure what Andrews went for right there, but it did not work for him. I fucking love this. That pop-up German suplex is beautiful.
Chill.
And no beating around the bush by the Brit here. Revenge to Stewart. Gonna put him out like a light. 1, 2, but only at 2 count. Of course, there's the heart. The never say die attitude of Elijah Stewart. Not gonna go down so easy, but these two friends, they are definitely giving each other a run. Nobody, you know, taking it easy. Full force ahead. Punch up under the gut. That's going to make it hard for Andrews to breathe. Wrong time for Elijah to taunt right there. Britt's going to try to steal it with a small package. 1, 2, and he nearly does. I guess that'll make Elijah think twice about taunting right in front of his opponent again. There's some nice wherewithal on display as Britt flips off the hard camera. See, there's vintage Andrews right there. He doesn't give a fuck if people love him or hate him. He'll flip you off. He wants to flip you off as Elijah gets turned inside out. With that goddamn waistlock clothesline. Jeez, a ringmaker. Look at, man, Chris Andrews with the fucking... That's what Andrews is all about. Most of his matches would be better suited in a bar room. He just loves to beat the fuck out of you. That's it. That's his main offense, is just beating you up. Look at right there with that crossbody. Just clean shots getting through lefts and rights. I'm surprised Elijah's not bleeding bloody right now. And there's another catapult German suplex to the Good Vibes Kid. Elijah's hurting, no doubt about that right now, as Andrews looks to bring the match to an end, and nearly does. 2.99999. And Chris Andrews was hoping that'd be enough. You know that neither one of these guys want to hurt each other, but they will if they have to get the win. And now Andrews with a stretch muffler being applied. That's new from the international champion. But look at the upper body strength of Elijah to curl up, just beating the fuck out of Andrews to break free there. But the damage done to his leg, you can see him hopping. Walks right into some revenge. Uno, dos, what? No tres. Andrews looks at the ref, says, no tres, no tres. This matchup continues as Elijah Stewart, with his jaw fucking hanging off, Still fighting. Still not quitting. Punch to the ribs, though. Andrews taken down. Elijah Stewart getting off a hit to the shoulder and a kick to the gut, too. Elijah strutting his stuff as he drops a blow to the chest there of the international champion. Now bringing Britt up to his feet so that they're face to face. An Irish Ripper to the corner. Maybe Elijah Stewart thinking about a little bit of a DUI or something? No. Gonna throw Britt out of the corner. What the hell? Oh my God, Elijah Stewart, don't tell me. The Good Vibes Kid through the ropes. Tornado DDT by Elijah Stewart to the Britt. This is awesome. All the fans on their feet. What a match. The crowd showing their appreciation. Britt, we know he's got a hard head. Not letting that DDT affect the. Oh my God, Andrews to the top rope. Britt, don't do it! Andrews with a leg drop from the top all the way down to the outside. Holy shit. That's not like Britt at all right there. He's the farthest thing from a high flyer. Holy shit. And now look at Elijah getting funky like a monkey as he does his jig and drops the elbow down onto the chest. Chris Andrews is hurting right now. Oh, a nice hip toss slam on the outside. And again, having a little bit of fun. That's Elijah Stewart's number one goal in life, is to have fun. As he drops that elbow once more. Perry White, what's he at a count out? Is he not counting? I haven't heard him count. Huh. All right, then. Perry White just deciding that this is suddenly a no countouts match. As Andrews brings the fight back into the ring, goes for a kick to the midsection, but Elijah catches the boot. Oh, woo! Says Elijah, going for a figure four.
I think the ref detects that, people were enjoying the match. He didn't want to, end it on a count out.
That's true.
Usually,
that's true.
if both wrestlers are okay
matchup.
with that, they talk before the match and stuff, then he'll go easy on the count outs. I looked at
maybe Elijah and Britt were talking. They said, "Hey, no count outs, no DQs. Let's do this. Let's have a winner. This is a dream match for a lot of fans that they're getting right here. They don't want it to end some shabby way." But right now, Elijah Stewart. Oh, Frankensteiner by Eli. And now just hovers over Britt like, stay down, my friend. Come on, man. You can see he's tired, shoulders slumped. Those gas tanks running on fumes right now. Drilling into each other. Andrews begging Elijah not to target the arm as he's thrown over with that monkey flip. Oh, yes! Yes, the fans on their feet, chanting along. High knee by Elijah, the maneuver he used to win his second Alpha World title. 1, 2, 3, and Elijah Stewart picks up the win over the Bloody Brit. What a match that was. Did not disappoint, and the Good Vibes Kid is going to walk out the victor. Chris Andrews, for the second straight week, puts on a thriller, but unfortunately falls with the L as well. Wow, what a match, though. Chris Andrews with that leg drop from the top rope to the outside. That was incredible. That's the spot of the match right there.
Yeah.
Elijah bounces back. The war against Click continues next week when he and Pierre Thompson look to become World Tag Team Champions. But tonight, the Good Vibes Kid is celebrating. Who is he going to pick to be the last two members on his team? We'll just have to wait and see. Validation closing in. It's under 2 weeks away. Whew. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I know I've been canceling winter matches nonstop, but I think I'm going to do a stream. Maybe tomorrow, do a stream. We'll just do a stream of 4 winter matches because I've canceled 4 winter matches now. But after these streams, I've just been tired and I can't deal with another match. But this Sunday I'll do a cheeky little winter stream. We'll do 4 winter matches. So that's what we'll do. But thank you for joining me. If you like what you saw, make sure you do follow me so that you know when I go live. If you have a call and you want to be part of our website, !join in the chat. We'll give you a link, cmvwrestling.com. !CMV will let you know a little bit more about us if you're curious. Official CMV _ is our Twitter. You can follow us for signings, updates, all that kind of good stuff, posters, etc., etc. And I will see you guys on Monday for Fusion, the final build towards a validation next Sunday. I'm very, very excited. So, Melvin, thank you for joining us, my friend. Glad you won that competition. It was nice having you. Nice getting your insight.
Thanks for having me, man.
Any closing words for the CMV universe?
Man, I hope I win another one. This was fun.